Good afternoon. From what I'm about to show you, will save someone's life one day. All right, when we're jumping out of an aircraft, it's not a matter of if you get hurt, but a matter of when you will get hurt. So I'm going to teach you how to safely inspect this parachute rig so that when you and your friends are out jumping, you can safely inspect it and then inspect his, and then, we'll mitigate a lot of the risks and the dangers with the sport. First thing you'll need, parachute. So right here we have a standard skydiving parachute. Myself, I am a licensed skydiver and an instructor. Also, I have a reference with Marvin Fleming and Jesse Carter. Some of you know, they both have their D skydiving licenses and they are rated instructors as well with the United States Parachute Association. Okay? So, that's where we got all the information from. Together, we all have about 7,000 skydives. All right, first thing, we grab the parachute, and I'm going to start at one point. So this is the side that faces the jumper. All right, you want to start at one point so you don't miss anything. We'll start at the top right. So here's the shoulder strap that goes over the jumper's right shoulder. I just want to make sure that it's intact. None of the threading is cut, torn, frayed in any way. Once we get up here, see this nylon stitching? I see that it's coming around through the large triangle link. The small round loop is coming through the large. Then the smaller one is going through the medium one. And then this white cord right here is through the small one. So this looks good. I'm also checking for rust, dings, corrosion, anything that damages the integrity of the triangle link. Next we have these metal tubes. Inside you have these cords. All right, this is your cutaway. So if my main parachute malfunctions, these cords are what, cables is what will pull the main parachute off my back to get it away from me. So we come down, I inspect all of it, none of this is kinked. I don't want this tube kinked, because if I go to pull this handle, and I try to yank it, if it's kinked, I can just be yanking it, and these cables don't slide through to get my main off my back. So, cables look good. The Velcro for the cutaway cord still stands. Come right back to the chest strap. I'm going to check the friction adapter on the chest strap. There's no rust. Free floating metal bar. Good to go. Make our way down. Leg strap. Same thing. It's attached. There's nothing here cut, torn, or frayed. Metal cable looks good. Overall, same thing. Hey, nothing here is torn. All right, for the leg strap adjusting to fit, I'll cinch it down, pull on it. It's not coming undone. Making my way over to hit this leg strap. Now, you see I'm working in a clockwise motion. That way we don't miss anything. I inspect the leg straps the exact same way as I expect the right ones. Everything good to go here. Making my way back up to the jumper's left side. All right, this is my reserve handle. All right, the Velcro holding it in, still tight. All right, this cable. I want to pull on this little ball detent, make sure it doesn't twist or pull off. This thing comes off, I go to pull my reserve. This cable will just slide through the handle, and the cable never gets pulled to activate my reserve. Same thing, all right, I get to the chest strap. Buckle it real quick. Same thing, doesn't come undone, that's good to go. So now I'm going to make my way back up to this aluminum tubing that the cable's in. It's not bent, frayed, that way it doesn't cinch this up if I have to yank on it. We get back up here to our metal rings, same thing. The nylon portion is coming through the big metal ring, and then you got the medium ring with the small ring coming through it, just like so. Notice this side's different. This has an RSL, which is a reserve static line. So it's like a backup for this. So in the event of a malfunction, I pull the red handle. This cuts away my main parachute. This right here is attached to the main parachute and attached to my reserve. So once my main parachute cuts away, this is going to fire my reserve automatically. Now if that fails, then I have this manual handle still. Alright, we made our way back up top. Front side's done. Alright, we'll move on to the back side. Alright, nothing unusual here. So I'm going to put this back side up. Jumper's logbook shows the last time our reserve was packed, which you have to renew it every 6 months. So the dates look good. Here's that metal tubing for your reserve parachute. Alright, you see these two metal rings? That RSL that I talked about up here, this is where it's attached to. So, you gotta yank it. This is attached to it, it pulls. Come down here to this little red thread that's very tiny. Alright, this is the seal of the rigger on the reserve. Alright, the seal's broken, you gotta have your reserve repacked. Alright, this is basically like his work. Now you got this little white like shoestring looking thing. I want to make sure this thing is not cut or frayed. Alright, this thing's torn and it comes undone, my reserve's just going to fire. Okay? And you don't want your reserve activating, at 11,000 feet and there's a guy on top of you, gets hit in the face with the reserve, then he falls through your parachute on you, and it could potentially be fatal. Everything looks good here. Coming back up, here's my emergency activation device. Turn it on, just hit the button. Turns on, red light comes on. Red light comes on again. Now it says Pro. Now this thing's active. What this thing does, once you hit 1,000 feet, if you have not deployed your parachute, this thing will fire your reserve for you in case you're unconscious, sick, whatever the case may be, or you just lose altitude awareness. This device save your life. So that thing's working, it's good to go. I've seen people refuse to jump out of the plane because at the last minute they realize they forgot to turn that on. Making my way down to the main parachute. So here's your main curve pin. You want to make sure it's like a smiley face. Smiley face, you're good. If it's like a frown, that's bad, because what can happen is this little pin will dig into here, and then when you go to pull your parachute, it's stuck in the cloth, and it's not deploying. This colored thread, you want to make sure it's like green or light blue. That means your drogue parachute is cocked. If it's white, your drogue parachute's not cocked, so when you throw your drogue parachute out, it won't catch air, it'll just flap. So we got the good color there. Now I'm going to come down, trace this line all the way down to this hacky sack. And what this is the drogue parachute. You got your hacky sack, you throw it right out here. I just want to make sure that it is free to move. Sometimes when you pack it wrong, the guy will go to throw it and it's stuck. And he can't get it out. Now he has to use his reserve. And that is basically how you inspect your free fall chute every time you jump. Hey, I found things wrong in people's parachutes just doing buddy checks. You will save someone's life one day if you apply this, or your own. So, now you can safely inspect a parachute and save someone's life. Any questions?
Are there places around here that you can go skydiving for some?
Yes, T&E, it's 10 minutes up the road. You can get your skydiving license there.
For some stuff.
And this is one of the ground classes you'll take on the first day. Thank you.